Today, we are going to be creating a family home using the new Sims pack, Growing Together. Thanks to the EA Creator Network, I've got early access. This is not paid. I just get to play the pack a little bit early and find out all the deets. But let's jump into a little house build using some of the new build by items. And I think we're going to go ahead and build in Hopewell Hills. If you've not already seen my first video looking at the Growing Together pack, we had a little look at all of the neighborhoods and read up about them. But Hopewell Hills is very much like suburbia. So I think we will go and build in this neighborhood, and let's do a 30 by 20 lot. Let's build on 23 Eucalyptus Lane. Okay, so my main themes for this is literally just family. I thought I want to create a home that would be perfect for a family to move into, perhaps with their newborn baby, or for a family to move into where they can have a newborn baby and, you know, build up their family life, start a new life together. Maybe, you know, they've just got married and they're looking for this perfect family home. So that was my main idea when I created this house. I am also now 3 early access episodes into recording. I've been recording my first look at Generations and the infant base game update. So I do have a cup of tea. My boyfriend just bought me this Olive You mug with a cup of tea, and I love it. And yeah, so this is what we're doing today. So building a lot using all of the Growing Together build by items, and honestly, it is an incredible pack. I'm not just saying that because I've been given early access. I've not been paid to say that either. We don't get paid, we just get early access to the pack. Disclaimer. But no, I really do love the new items, and I think this whole pack in general is going to be an absolute game changer for The Sims. Like, it's going to add so much. Not only that, but with the base game update as well, so much incredible things, so many crossovers with like the infants and other packs such as like Cats and Dogs, Parenthood, all sorts of things like that. I love the windows as well. I love the door. Lots of the doors, really nice, and yeah, I'm excited to be, you know, exploring it for you lot, and I can't wait for you all to see this video and for everybody to explore it themselves as well. I have been seeing a lot of like speculation about what's going to be in the pack, because we saw a gameplay trailer for Growing Together, and that doesn't even cover like a quarter of it. There is so much. If you haven't already checked out my like reaction to the trailer or my first look at the pack, then I will link those down below as well, but definitely do check them out, as you can sort of see a lot more about the pack as well. There was a lot of me saying, oh, this is so cute, I love it, because honestly that's just how I felt when I was exploring it. I'm so lucky. I'm very grateful to the EA Creator Network for letting me get the pack early. This is the first time I've ever had early access to a pack. Sip. First time I've ever had early access, and what a pack to be given. It's absolutely amazing, and I've been doing this small bit of gameplay which you might have seen in my Growing Together first look or my infant first look videos, and there's still so much more to discover. There is still so much, but it's just like, how can I fit every little aspect of this pack into a video? There's just no chance. I'll be here all day, and I don't have all day. So yeah, I decided that after doing a little bit of the gameplay and exploring some of the base game and Growing Together features, I would do a little build, because I was seeing a little bit of it, and I did have a look at the build by catalog, like the build by categories and all of the different items when I had my first look, and just it's perfect for a family home. There's so much that your Sims can do, so much new stuff for the infants as well. And what I love is that the elders, before we move on, stairs no longer clip into the walls. So now basically if you put your stair against the wall, they're not going to have the railing going down the wall. I thought I'd just stop there because I'm just noticing that in the video. But that was massive. That is an absolute game changer. And I was so like ecstatic. Is that the right word? Really ecstatic to find that out, because it's been years now of everybody using stairs, putting it against a wall, and no matter what railing you use, no matter what stairs you use, it would clip in. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, everybody's gonna love this. So that's really good as well. But yeah, back to Growing Together. There are so many build by items, so many new stuff for the infants. Lots of fun things such as, you know, changing nappies and things like when you bottle feed them, you need, like, it will go on the floor, like in the old Sims games. And you have to clean it up. And then for the elders as well, I'm loving all of like the compatibility stuff and all of the family dynamics as well. So being able to set those. And I can't remember if, like, because I set them in CAS, and I can't remember if it's one of those things where you have to set them or if they develop. But yeah, anyway, it was really fun doing that, and I explored a lot to do with the kiddos as well. So for example, one of my kids was getting different milestones from like losing their tooth, or things like peeing their pants for the first time. I was like, this is a milestone. But yeah, so much with this pack. I would 100% recommend it. And I'm still loving exploring it even more. And I'm terrified for myself with the infants because of the 100 baby challenge, which I'm doing 2 of them. So yeah, very nervous about that. But anyway, yeah, back to like family dynamics and compatibility. I love the fact that depending on like which family dynamic your Sims have is how their interactions will be. So like, for example, jokesters, autonomously, they will perform funny interactions with each other. So if you just leave them to it, they'll be funny with each other. Whereas if your Sims are distant, without you controlling them, they just probably won't speak to each other. And I just think that's really cool. We've had like new likes and dislikes as well. So there are new categories like character and conversation topics. So different things that your Sims will like, things they'll like to talk about, characteristics of people that they also may like and not like. With growing together, I was going to say with generations, it essentially is that, but with generations, there's also now children have like, and babies, I believe infants as well, they have a confidence system. So depending on how they're doing at school or how they are in the household, will determine how confident they are. So if they have neutral, low, high confidence, and that can change at any moment. So one day they could be really confident, the next day they could be feeling not so confident. And this pack is just going to add so much to like gameplay, to storytelling, because of how much there is to do and how much there is to it. The world Sequoia is beautiful. I believe the Sim Gurus see it as a bit of a sister to San Myshuno. And obviously it's split into 3 different neighborhoods. You've got like the suburbia one, you've got the one with the like marina. It's fantastic. There's this massive lake, this massive pond where your Sims can, of all ages, can go on different walks around the pond, which is so fun. You've got the recreation centre, again, for people of all ages, but a nice sort of way for, you know, there's Symbol, which is a little board puzzle game. And that is a fantastic way for like elderly people to get together. Infants and toddlers now have different quirks that they can get. So when I was actually exploring the baby update, I was seeing how I was gaming. She's a gamer. I was gaming with a infant, and they were just getting all of these different character quirks, like being able to fall asleep, like soothing themselves to sleep quicker, and different things like that. We explored different objects such as like the tree house and being able to create all sorts of stories in there. Your Sims being able to woohoo in there as well. There are new career options at work, which I didn't even get time to explore in the video that I did. And you can have workplace rivals as well, which I find absolutely chaotic, but also very realistic. You know, you're not going to get on with everybody at the workplace. And yeah, it makes sense for it to be in the game too. We had a little look at kids riding bikes as well. I love the fact that straight away they can't just hop on the bike and ride it. They have to learn how to ride it. We didn't actually get time to see one of my adults teaching somebody to ride a bike, teaching a child to ride a bike, but definitely something that I'll have to explore. But we did see one of the children losing her tooth, and she wiggled it and then she eventually pulled it out, put it under her bed, and she got 60 simoleons from that as well. Maybe Little Simsy will be doing a how quickly can we make money from losing teeth in the Sims 4 series. That would be fun. That would be really, really fun. But yeah, another fab thing that I really like about this pack is the milestones. So every single Sim, no matter what age other than newborns, which are the babies, will now have a graph showcasing all of their milestones. So if you have like been with a sim from birth, you will see every milestone that they've had, and you can go back and look at them. So if you're an adult, you can sort of reminisce about things that you might have achieved when you were an infant, like rolling over for the first time, or pooing in your pants, pooing in your diaper for the first time. There's all sorts of things, and your adults will see different things about their kiddos as well, and be like reminded of when they sat up for the first time. And speaking of that, once your Sims infants are able to sit up, they can then go in the high chair and they can try different foods and stuff. And there's a whole ranking system about, do they like this food? Have they tried this food yet? And so many different foods, so many different baby foods that they can try, and have different options of ones that they might like, ones that they might not like. Your Sims can make friendship bracelets and exchange them with like people in the house as well, which is really sweet as well. There's like a little box, a friendship bracelet box, which I do believe I put in this house. I think it's in the upstairs bedroom. But that's a really cute little like thing between family and friends that they could do as well. What I love as well about the changing table and stuff in here, look at all these little cluttery things and the homemade different bits and bobs. They're just all so cute. But yeah, with the changing table, it reminds me of the old Sims where, you know, when you change their diaper, if you don't have a bin, the diaper goes on the floor. And bottle feeding, the bottles get just chucked on the floor. But I really enjoyed doing this build, I must say. You might have noticed as well that I put a few different like collage frames going around the house, where basically if you put these down and your Sims take pictures, they just have to have them in their inventory, and then you can just drag the pictures on into the collage and slot them in. And I think that's a brilliant feature. I feel like this is something that probably should have come with the Moschino pack. Did something like that come with the Moschino pack? Maybe it did, I don't know, because I know you got a full-on camera and tripod and different things in that pack. But either way, definitely worthwhile getting this pack. Loads of stuff to explore, loads of like different things. Something else that we saw in my first look was people coming over, and it wasn't just us inviting people over. We had Kyle, of course, classic Kyle, coming on over and staying for a whole week. And it's great that like they're there, but they're not included in your like household member thing. They're not taking up a slot. That'll be good for gameplay stories and being able to, you know, invite your mum and dad over. If you're doing like a generational thing, maybe grandparents can come stay over. Maybe if you've got a friend who's like struggling, or there's so much, like there's a never ending storyline that you could do with this. And yeah, that is the build done and dusted. A nice family home. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, and you can convert the bedrooms if you want into like teens rooms, children's rooms as they grow up, I suppose. But I just designed it in a way ready for the toddlers, infants and babies. And that is our family home using the new Growing Together Sims pack. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button as well for more videos from me. And a massive thank you to EA again and the EA Creator Network for the early access. And I will see you all in the next video. Taz out.